Hello, my loves, and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share with you details about a cat's solar plexus chakra. Bit of a mouthful. So if you haven't seen them already, I've got other videos in this series that talk you through each of the 7 main chakras for cats, how they can impact your cat, how they can be out of balance, signs that they're in balance, and how you can help your cat to manage its energy. So today we're talking about the solar plexus. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to the Naturally Cats YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button along with the bell to get notifications of my new releases so you can help your cat with every video. So let's dive in. Today, I'm talking to you about the solar plexus chakra. Now, all the information that I share with you is in my cat chakra book, okay? A complete guide to clearing, cleansing, and balancing your cat's core energy centers. You can get a copy from my website, naturallycats.co.uk, and it's a signed copy by me, or you can get it from online retailers such as Amazon and other online bookstores. So, if you need to know what cat chakras are, I'm not going to cover that in this video. This video is specifically about the solar plexus. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about or what chakras are, head to my other videos and I will link it below. So let's start with the solar plexus. Now, I'm going to share with you the information from this book and expand on it as we go so that you can get more of a sense and a feel for what's contained in the book. So let's start talking about the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is the powerhouse for a cat, okay? It's actually where they store all their emotions. So yes, we talked about a sense of identity, a sense of uniqueness for the cat when it came to their sacral space. And yes, you may think that the heart is where, we store a lot of emotions, a lot of pain, but actually humans and cats keep their emotions held really tightly in their tummy. Okay, it's why we feel when we feel nervous and excited, we feel it in our tummies. We might feel butterflies or a complete kind of dropping of the tummy. It's because it's all contained in our solar plexus, and it's the same for cats. So with cats, it's important to understand that they hold emotions, okay, just like us humans. Cats are sentient, sensitive beings. They have their own emotions. They pick up like a sponge, all of ours as well, and they hold it in their solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is connected to the yellow color. And think about the yellow, what that represents like in nature, like it's the sun, it's warm, okay? So with the body, with the cat, is also connected to different parts of the body. So it's around the stomach area. It is also connected to digestion, usually kind of the top half of the digestion system. But if we think about the tummy, like if you feel a bit nervous, you may not be able to eat. It's the same with cats. If they are processing or holding, particularly more in a cat's, more to do with cats, holding on to a lot of emotions, they may not have a great appetite. But we're going to come on to signs of imbalance in just a little bit. So the solar plexus for the cat is, like I said, the sense of their power, okay? And they store and hold all their emotions. It's also connected with their self-esteem, okay? Their self-confidence. Now, again, this is connected to the sacral that we've talked about in the last video. And again, this is a linear line of the chakra colors. Now, as you can see from the outline here on the book cover, chakras aren't linear. They are energy centers. Energy flows in, around, and out of us, as it does for cats, but they do overlap, okay? So a cat needs to be able to express itself. It needs to be able to demonstrate, to live in normal cat behaviors. It also needs to have energetic and spiritual support. So, as a human, you might go and have a massage or a spa day or a treatment, or you may go for a walk in nature. They may seem like simple things, but what do those things do for you? They elevate your vibration. They allow you to work through lots of thoughts in your head if it's busy and noisy. They allow you to feel relaxed and calm and centered and kind of be present. This is crucial for our cats as well. And this is all to do with the health and balance and maintenance of their solar plexus. So when a cat's solar plexus is in balance, okay, when it's balanced, they will kind of be a happy, healthy cat. There'll be no vomiting, no regurgitation, no digestion issues. They'll also be quite confident in themselves, for themselves. Now, every cat is different, okay? They will have a good coat. They will keep themselves clean. And actually, what you'll also notice is that they'll be a good hunter. Regardless of being an indoor or an outdoor cat, if you are playing with your indoor cat with a wand toy, for example, you'll notice that it doesn't take them long to pounce, to find their target, to settle on it and then actually get it. Okay. They are secure and stable enough to be able to deal with changes in their environment. So maybe you move the cat bowl or the litter tray and the cat's not really bothered. Okay. That means that they've got a balanced solar plexus chakra. Now, if they're out of balance, I've kind of said it before, what you'll notice is there will be digestive issues. So this could be regurgitation. It could be that they eat really quickly and vomit it back up. It could be that they don't really have very much of an appetite. It could be there's a lot of gurgly noises in their tummy. Okay, so it can be a whole multitude of digestive issues. And again, these could be connected with the other, particularly the lower chakras, as we look at the small intestine, the large intestine, the colon. You know, these three are all connected with digestion. And if you think about what we've talked about with the last two videos, they're all connected with the cat's sense of self. So if the cat is unable to demonstrate normal cat behaviors, if it's unable to have time to itself, if it's unable to, connect in with its inner drives, it's going to have blockages in these chakras and it's going to affect its eating habits. They also won't react very well to being like caged. And by that, I don't mean put in a physical cage. By that, I mean being constrained. So like I've said to you, the solar plexus is connected with the color yellow. Think about the sun, how it roars, how nobody can contain the sun. It's the same with cats. So it might be if your cat's got an overactive solar plexus chakra that they pace in and out of the house, if they're shut in a room, if their territory is limited. So if you've got a pacing cat, think about looking to support them with balancing their solar plexus chakra. And we're going to come on to that in just a minute. Now, let me just double check, so I'm sure I'm covering the high points. I'm trying to expand on things in the book. Okay. Yep. So the other thing I wanted to say is that cats can pick up on our energy and emotions. Like I've said to you, they're sponges. I know when I'm stressed, when I'm worried, when I'm anxious, when I'm in my head and lost in my thoughts, particularly my sensitive boy Leo, who is very sensitive to energy, he won't come anywhere near me. He won't have any medication. He will barely kind of eat his food. He's very hesitant to even walk past me. It's like I'm covered in fire, like he runs away when I try to put his collar on. So he is really absorbing of my emotions and my mental state. That's why I meditate. That's why I journal. That's why I walk regularly, to nourish myself. So I say to you, my darling, like, it's important and it's okay to prioritize yourself. It's okay to put you first, because by doing that, you give your cat more. I know that might seem crazy, but by looking after yourself, you can look after them more. So bear in mind that if there are stresses in the home, if there are things going on, if there's tension, if there's stress, if there's anger, if there's sadness, your cat will feel all of that. So one of the best ways that you can support your cat with balancing their solar plexus is to balance yours. Okay, so let me just double check. We talked about it being confident and the color, whereabouts it is. Okay, so how can you help to balance the cat's solar plexus? So you'll know from the first two videos, one of the tools that I am a huge fan of is color therapy. We've got different pieces of color fabric around the house, and it's wonderful to give the boys the space, the energy, the choice to deal with their energetic needs themselves. So you can get bits of colored fabric, put them in and around the home, not in the cat bed, okay? Don't displace your cat from their normal sleeping places, but in different places on your bed, on a spare bed, in the dining room, wherever you've got a bit of space. Pop a bit of color down, okay? And when it comes to the solar plexus, you might want to have two different colors of yellow, a really rich golden yellow and perhaps like a powder kind of yellow, like a lemon, because each of those two colors will have their own unique frequency. So depending on whether your cat has an underactive, overactive, or out of balance solar plexus chakra will depend on what color and frequency they need. Now, if you've put colour down and your cat's not using it, don't panic, don't worry, they will go to it when they need to. The other thing that I wanted to say is to offer dried herbs. So again, you may have heard me talk about this. I've got other videos on the channel. And when it comes to the solar plexus, think about the color. So we want chamomile and calendula, okay? Organic if you can get them. Putting the dried herbs on a towel or a blanket in a quiet space in the home and let your cat work with them. I'll drop a link to a blog below that gives you more information about herb gardens. And again, it's about giving your cat a choice. No one knows what your cat needs to heal but your cat. As their guardian, that's exactly what we are. We're not their owner. They're not a pet. They are a sentient, sensitive being, and we have the privilege of being their guardian. Now, as their guardian, you get to give them a choice in how they heal, a choice in what they use, a choice in how they balance their energy and their emotions. So I hope you found this video useful. Like I said, you can get a signed copy of the book from my website. And if you haven't already signed up to the Naturally Cats newsletter, again, I'll pop the link below. If you come and join the Naturally Cats community, you get the first chapter of the book for free. In fact, it's a bit more than the first chapter, but I wanted to be able to give you an insight into what's contained in the book. So like I said, half of it is about how to use energy, how to support your cat with it. The second half is all about the chakras and broken down into each individual one. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd love to know in the comments what's resonated for you. And if you think your cat's got a problem with their solar plexus, come into the comments and let me know. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.